You're watching the Wellness Hour, news that makes you healthier. I'm Randy Alvarez. Today's topic, replacing missing teeth with mini dental implants. My first guest says that nobody should be wearing a loose-fitting denture. With us, we have an expert on this topic, Dr. Mac Lee. Dr. Lee, welcome to the program.
I'm very happy to be here.
Well, thanks for coming out. I know you brought a lot of photos, so we'll try to show as many of those as we can.
Good.
Now, for people that don't know your practice,
Yes.
who's a typical patient? What are the different services you offer?
Well, that's a great story because we see people who care about their teeth and are not afraid of the dentist. Those are the people who are healthy. And then we see people who, for life circumstances, or they're terrified of going to the dentist, that they put it off forever and ever and ever until they have a problem.
Now, you
When
guys
they
are
have a
set
problem.
up to handle everything, is that right?
We set up everything. We make it very nice for them. No scary events, no that pick or blowing the cold air in the mouth when they come. So when people are terrified, they put it off. When people are not terrified, they get it done. And that's the way the world works. And you know, unfortunately, some people, life circumstances are tough. Last week we had a lady came in and she was a patient of ours, but she hadn't been in for 14 years because she had been sick, her husband had been deathly ill. Now they're getting more healthy, and she felt something up behind her teeth, something broke off. So she came in. She had gum disease because she hadn't been cleaning her teeth and she hadn't been taking care of everything. And now we got her out of that. So that was just a couple of weeks ago, and now she's ready to get everything fixed up. So we take care of everything.
So all types of things.
We put people back together again, Randy.
So we've talked on the phone. You say the biggest change in dentistry is replacing missing teeth with mini implants. Tell me about that.
Oh, well, mini implants have just done wonders for people, especially with dentures. You know, only denture wearers and dentists know about how hard it is to wear a denture. The upper, the upper jaw is attached to your skull. It doesn't move. But the lower, you've got your tongue, you've got your lips, you've got this going, you've got that going. And so those dentures are flopping everywhere and going up and down, they clacking, making noise, it's embarrassing. But when you have mini implants, they're stable and they actually snap in.
So you can lock in a denture on top of mini implants.
And it's amazing. So the first time the patient puts it in, usually I have to put it in for them because they don't know how. And it snaps in, and then I will ask them to remove it, and they're used to just taking their tongue and flipping it out, but then they have to go in and
So it's not easy.
snap it out. Well, it's not easy to get out. It doesn't hurt. It's very comfortable. Bite down, everything, you know, is fit and secure. So that's what's important to everybody.
So you love these.
I love these. You know, dentistry is not an easy job, and everybody says, I don't know how you do this, but I tell you what, the results are just absolutely fascinating, and it keeps me excited. I mean, I've been doing this a long time. I'm excited to go to work every
Is that
Monday.
right?
Yes, absolutely.
Now you teach, I guess, dentists all over the country, right?
Yes.
And about how to be better dentists.
I started out my career based on what my grandfather and my father did. They way back then, they thought that gum disease was an infection and you should treat it as such. If you got an infection, what do? You clean the area, you put an antimicrobial agent on it, and then you keep it clean and let the body heal it.
Okay.
So I came home from dental school, and my father taught me that. I was astounded, and then word got around that I was doing that, and people heard about it, and so I started speaking around the nation and in Canada also.
Because that's the number one way you lose your teeth, this bacterial infection, right?
Well, I'm glad you said that. There are 3 ways people lose their teeth. Decay, which is the black teeth,
Yeah.
and the gum disease, which people don't feel because it doesn't hurt. But the bacteria is kind of like Pac-Man, go down and eat that bone away. And then the tooth get loose and then they have to come out. And the third way is the way the teeth come together.
Okay.
So yes, but I was teaching about gum disease many years ago, and so I transitioned to patient communication on how to explain these difficult concepts, like a mini implant. I mean, that's very confusing. So the people need to hear it explained in their language.
So
not
it
in
is
our
true,
language.
though, that somebody could have a completely broken down mouth. They need to have all their teeth taken out, and you could give them a fixed, full arch of teeth supported by mini implants.
Correct.
That's possible.
Absolutely.
So that's happening.
No doubt about it.
Now,
do it all the time.
Are there a lot of people in your town, like with an upper lower denture?
Well, not too many people in my town, but in my area, which is is quite large. Driving areas, people drive an hour and a half to come to Edna to see me. Well, you could probably fill up Reliant Stadium in Houston with the amount of people that have dentures and or are headed towards dentures or have got a lot of missing teeth.
Well,
yeah, and I want to say something about it. People are embarrassed because they're that way. They shouldn't be. They're not alone. And dentists, and especially myself, we're here to help.
So if there's so many people in your, around your area
Yes.
that have either an upper or lower denture,
Yes.
why aren't they all coming in to get it, locked in on mini implants?
Well,
if it's so good.
Well, think about it, Randy. I wrote a book called Nothing Personal, Doc, What I Hate Dentists, and I found out that nobody wants to read about dentistry. So people who, that's not a hot topic. So if you have dentures, you drop out of the system. You don't go to the dentist to find out and hear the latest and greatest. You don't read about it because who wants to read about dentistry? That's
nobody.
Nobody. So that's not fun. So they're out of the system and they don't know what's available. And they take, even if it's a bad fitting denture, a good fitting denture, they take it as this is my reality. And that's not true. It's not your reality.
Right.
Not with modern dentistry, not with taking a mini implant and be able to take that denture and secure it to where they can eat anything they want, they can smile, they can laugh, they can not worry about the denture failing them. They don't have to put the cream. I mean, it's just some exciting times, especially for these denture patients. And let me tell you another reason why these people don't come in. History. They've had a bad history with dentistry. They've had a bad history with their teeth. Everything that they got done years ago didn't work. And it failed, and they had to have this tooth taken out, and that tooth taken out, and this one done, and then they spent all this money, and it didn't work. So if you spend money on something that doesn't work, how do you feel about it?
Yeah.
Not too good.
So they don't want to come back in.
They don't want to come
no
back.
matter what.
I mean, I love being a dentist, and I love dentistry, and I'm very proud of our profession, but we don't have a very good reputation.
Do you still hear that, by the way? Like,
oh,
no offense,
yes,
doctor?
Every day I hear it. No,
What do you say? You must have a good comeback.
I say, well, if you've had a bad experience, I don't blame you. I mean, it's tough. This is a very sensitive area. This is a very private area. So we have to, approach it correctly. We have to respect the patient. If you were my patient, Randy, I mean, here's my philosophy. It's your money. It's your health. It's your deal. And I'm working for you. So I have to treat the person who's attached to the teeth.
All right. Now, how old can you be to get, to get mini implants, like a full set of teeth, locked in, snap out denture?
Well, if you got bone, then you more than likely can have a mini implant.
So if you have a jawbone?
If you have a jawbone, if you have this lower jawbone.
Well, I mean, could you be 80?
Sure, 80, 90, as long as you can get into a dental office and sit in a chair so that we can do our work.
Is that right?
Absolutely, and they're not that difficult to do. They're very atraumatic, not a lot of pain afterwards. In fact, no pain after they have them done. It's really
Very
amazing.
little pain, we should say.
Very little pain.
Okay.
I mean, yes, more pain from probably getting the medicine and the numbing agent, which we have to use, obviously.
All right.
So we just have so many technology. In my grandfather's day, when they had a problem, it either fill the tooth or pull it. Now we have so many options. It's so important that the patients understand their options.
Now you call it big city dentistry in a little town. What does that mean?
The procedures that I do of putting people back together again and supporting these dentures and taking teeth out in one day and putting dentures in, or taking teeth that have got a good structure and you're rebuilding the whole mouth, I mean, not very many people do that. Not very many dentists do that. So people who think they have to drive to Houston or Austin or San Antonio, all of those 2 hours away, when they don't. They can come to downtown Edna. We don't have any parking meters.
So you do it all right there?
We do it all right there. Yeah, it's fantastic. We just love it.
Now, what about bone, though? Isn't it true? So if a denture wearer is watching this,
yes,
or if somebody with bleeding gums, bad breath, they have bad gums, their teeth have to be extracted.
Right.
Number one, if you've been 20 years in a denture, can you still do this?
Yes. And
I mean, isn't it true you don't have enough bone, though?
Well, only way you know is come in and let me look, again, without using the pick, without doing any trauma, because there's a person attached to the teeth, and let us do some imaging, take some x-rays to see the bone, and let me look in there to see the bone, and then we can say yes or no. I mean, it's very easy.
But most of the time,
but
they're
rarely would they not be able to have many implants. Rarely. So yes, it's we just need people to be educated. We need them to know what their options are, and they can't do that unless they give us a call, and it's free.
How soon can they eat after this is done?
They can. The denture will be much more secure. Now, I'm one of these guys. I may be a little bit different than most dentists to put many implants in, is because I wear suspenders and belts when I do dentistry. And so if you're going to put a post in your backyard to hook a fence on, and you do it with cement, you'd kind of like for that cement to dry before you put the fence on there.
All right.
So we put a special material in there that doesn't take that implant and shake it around while the implant is adapting to the bone. But you'll still be able to eat 10 times better than you did before, just with the implants and with that very soft material to hold it in place.
But then once it's healed up, they could eat whatever they want.
Once it's healed up, we go in there and we reline that with a real, we put
like
the
a steak?
We put the fence back, a steak, corn on the cob, apples, yes, it's amazing.
Now, your teeth look good.
My teeth are my teeth, these are not dentures.
Are you kidding me?
Yes, this is the other work
There's
that
got to
we
be
do.
veneers or something on there.
No, they're all crowned.
Okay.
And they're just like dentures. So a good looking set of teeth and a good looking set of dentures are going to be exactly the same look to everybody. And so, yeah, I like smiling, you know. I can't be a dentist and have ugly teeth.
Now, you're a dentist, so you probably think that smile is one of the most important things. How important is it?
To me, it's everything. I mean, why would you want to walk around like this? I mean, and you know where we get a lot of these patients, the wedding pictures. And kids are brutal, especially grandkids. Grandma, what's wrong with your teeth? Why are they so yellow? You know. So this is some exciting things that we do. But yes, whether you have teeth that are good in bone, whether you don't have teeth, whether you have dentures, whether you have teeth that need to come out and have dentures, we do it all right there.
Okay, good. Now, you brought some photos. What are we looking at?
Yes. So this woman comes in, she hears about us doing these beautiful dentures, and that's what she wants. I mean, look at those, the dentures. Her teeth are not set in the right, they're not set in her face correctly. Can you see that? You see
Yeah.
too much gum. The ratio of the gum and the teeth are not right. And she was miserable. She couldn't eat, they were broken, and we were able to give her the standard, beautiful cosmetic.
So these are like
denture.
cosmetic dentures.
Yes, and listen, a denture replaces 1/3 of the face. People don't understand that.
So it builds it out?
Well, if hers was overbuilt with her teeth in the wrong place, most people, the teeth are collapsed like this and their lips go away. When they put the lipstick on, they bite down, the lips curl under, they get lipstick on the dentures.
Okay.
And so the dentures are too little. In her case, they were too big. They got to be just right. This has to be equal with this and with this. So it's all about profile. It's all about the denture being stable. And the only way you're going to really get it stable is with the mini implants, like
Now,
we've been
you've
talking.
made dentures over the years.
Yes.
Probably thousands,
Yes.
right? Some of those people are going to see you on this show.
Yes.
What do you want them to know about mini implants?
That they can snap in. They're secure. It's just like having my teeth. It's like just being natural. We've never been able to say that before. People have been able to make beautiful dentures before, but they weren't stable. That lower jaw is still the problem. And any denture wearer, any dentist, as I said before, they understand the problem of that lower denture.
Is this one of those things where after it's all done and they've got a locked-in denture on mini implants,
Yeah.
they say, I should have done this years ago?
Oh, yes, by all means. And let me tell you what my belief on this is, that a mini implant for a denture wearer is the best gift that they could ever receive. Whether they give the gift to themselves or they have a family member that gives it to them, it is absolutely the best gift that they could ever give. And we had a lady just last week that she went to the implant specialist, and the implant specialist said, you don't have enough bone. You know, our implants are too big to put in there. Well, little bone, mini implants, we were able to do it, and now she can eat anything that she wants. And like you said, she knows that she should have done that a long time ago, but she had dropped out of the system.
Like an apple? Could they eat apples?
Sure, they can eat an apple. Yeah, you know, not always, but the vast majority of the time, absolutely. I mean, when something snaps in like that and they're sharp, upper and lower are sharp, they bite through. It's stable. It doesn't move. It's going to go through the apple.
Okay.
So it works. Now, we have people who.
Oh my goodness.
You know, I talked about the 3 ways that people lose their teeth. This is decay. Obviously,
That's
you can
got to
see.
be unusual, though.
It's not unusual, Randy. We see it every day. But people hide their mouths. They don't smile. They can't live. They
So
walk
we don't
around
see
doing
it
like
because
that. We don't
these people
see it.
don't
They
smile?
hide it. And they're embarrassed. Not only are they embarrassed to go out in the public, but they're even embarrassed to come see me, the only
Really?
person who can help them. Yeah. And that can be painful. It can be non-painful. You don't know. But pain drove this person to see us. And the other thing is this patient was absolutely terrified to go to the dentist. And we, do sedation. The first visit is just real, like you and I are talking now. It's not any different than us talking now, except I get to look in the mouth and we take some pictures. Then when they come back and we have all the records, we're able to sedate her, take the teeth out. She doesn't remember it. And she leaves with looking like this.
Very nice.
Is that life-changing or is that life-changing?
And it looks natural.
It absolutely is natural. It looks just like mine, which mine aren't natural, except they got crowns on it. So it's life-changing event. And before, she couldn't smile at parties. She couldn't do embarrassed to come see me, as I said. And on the after, she can walk into a room, she can light up the room, then she can smile, she can eat anything she wants to, and she is feeling good about herself. In fact, that woman said, I said, how do you feel about this? She said, I feel beautiful. And it is the greatest thing that I have done. I should have done it a long, long time ago.
Is that right?
That's
now,
right.
We're going to take a quick break. We come back, more of these photos.
Okay.
You're watching The Wellness Hour. Today's topic, replacing missing teeth with mini dental implants. And if you have a loose-fitting denture, or if you are headed to dentures, you have to hear what Dr. Lee has to say in this next segment. We'll be right back.
I'm more confident around people. When I smile a whole lot more now. I don't have to cover up my smile. Now I feel good. I mean, I feel a lot better about myself. It is. Okay. It is. Like now, I mean, I wouldn't be able to even show my teeth. I wouldn't even want to, but, back then. And now I do. I was always afraid of dentists. Yeah. Always. Yeah. And with what you've done, I never even imagined could be done. And it happened so fast. I mean, to me, it was fast the way the progress went.
You're watching The Wellness Hour, the leader in medical news and information. I'm Randy Alvarez. Today's topic, no more dentures, replacing missing teeth with mini dental implants. And according to my first guest, he says nobody should have a lower, loose-fitting or upper, loose-fitting denture. They should be snapped in or locked in with the newest trend in dentistry, mini dental implants. And you believe that?
I believe that. I absolutely believe that.
So no more traditional dentures?
No more traditional dentures. And you'd asked me earlier that there are a lot of people who look like this, and goodness. I can show you after one, after another, after another, after another.
So this is common?
This is common. And this man, he played in a band. And, he was really embarrassed. He'd sit there, he played the guitar, but he had to hold his, lip like this to play. So this guy, after we took the proper records, came in one day, sedated, and this is what he looks like. That was the next day. So it's just amazing. He doesn't remember the appointment. We took all the teeth out and we placed the implants.
Okay.
Now, he can smile on stage and he can laugh and he can do things that he hasn't done in 20 years.
Now we should mention too, that mini implants are different than regular implants. These are like almost half the cost.
Half the cost, right? Half the size, but they're half the cost, but they're in that bone and they are stable as they can be. So here's another one. Now, these people with teeth like this, they're discriminated against. When you walk into a very nice restaurant and you walk up to the beautiful woman that's going to seat you and say hello, they don't look like that. They have a beautiful smile. So smiling means everything. You've got to have a beautiful smile to be able to talk and be able to feel comfortable. And this man wasn't. You notice that men, when they have these teeth like this, what's the first thing they do? They grow a mustache.
Big mustache, you see that a lot?
They hang it down. Yes, of course, you see it all the time. You get them all fixed up, and usually they cut the mustache off so that they can go around and they can smile. And this is what he is doing now. Look at the difference look at the difference in his mustache. He's got it all trimmed up. He's even dyed it to make it look different. So when you put those teeth in, they go from looking like this and put those teeth in and show them, and they look at it, they just sometimes start crying, especially the females. But what's really interesting, here's a really interesting thing, is that they have not picked up this lip to smile in so long that you almost have to help them pick up the lip.
Is that right?
That's right. And because so they've lost all of, and this is not good for the face either. It makes it collapse in. So they haven't built up their cheek smiles because they're going to walk around.
They have to learn how to smile?
They have to learn how to smile. And then about a week, 2 weeks later, they'll come in. I said, have you learned how to smile? They go, yeah, I'm learning how to pick it up. I'm learning how to smile. And so, yeah, everybody's the same. This is what makes it just so exciting.
So what do they like more? Do they like the fact that they have a good-looking smile, or do they like the fact that they can eat and chew whatever they want when they get a locked-in denture?
Depends on the person. You know, and here's another thing. People will say, oh, I don't care about cosmetics. I don't care about cosmetics. All I want is to be able to function. I either don't want to lose my teeth, or I want this denture to snap in, and I don't care about cosmetics. Well,
They just want to eat.
They want to eat. Okay, so but when I make it, I'm going to make it where this looks right and everything fits right, and guess what happens after it looks good?
What?
They care about cosmetics. They all around now they're starting to smile, and they do things with their lips and smiling that they never did before. I mean, it's just human nature.
You told me on the phone that once you do this, right, and lock in that, supported by mini implants, that they act differently. Like they come in, they're smiling. Like you see them act different.
Listen,
Really?
we had a woman that works in a jail, and she had a wedding, upcoming wedding, and she was so terrified. I mean, they come in, and their body language is like this, and they're like this, and as soon as I see that when I walk in the room, I make sure I sit way over here. You know, to not violate the space, because what we do is pretty sensitive. And she had black teeth, and she hadn't smiled in years. She won't wear lipstick. She won't wear makeup because of her teeth. And we did a procedure like this.
And by the way, do you ever get excited out of the consult? Like you see the end result, you go, boy, this is going to be good.
Oh, that's what drives me. It's not that fun working in the mouth, but what it sure is fun when you see them walk in and their whole stature changes. They're standing up straight.
And that was
They
her?
got their hair. Oh, absolutely. Night and day difference. Completely different person. A completely different person. And we did it with temporaries for the wedding pictures, and now she's keeping her teeth. And now we're going through all those procedures to turn the plastic into porcelain. So the technology is just fantastic.
So they don't have to drive 2 hours away to go see a guy that could do it.
Well, interesting enough, this woman lives 40 miles away, and she's almost closer to Houston, but by the time she drove to Houston to go downtown and find this parking place and find the place and pay for the parking place, then it's a lot easier to come to Edna, Texas, which is a straight shot, and I live in this little bitty town across the street from the courthouse, and you can park anywhere you want to.
Easy
fun.
parking. Is that a problem?
Parking.
You brought it up twice now, so there must be a problem out there.
Easy free parking.
Okay,
easy to
parking.
get to.
Now you have more photos.
Yes, I do. So we have the same thing. Woman comes in, sick and tired of the teeth, sick and tired of the teeth. Hers was a combination of gum disease and the way the teeth come together, because if the teeth don't come together right, they're going to destroy each other. So again, look at the smile.
Same
look
day.
Look how she's picking her upper lip up and how much stronger her face is up in here. That makes a big difference. Now, this guy, this is another bad one that no one thinks that really is.
So you see this a lot. There's a lot of these guys out there.
They're everywhere.
Did they even, because I think you told me, you say in the green room, that they come in and they say, Doc, this is the worst you've ever seen.
Oh, they walked in. I'm so embarrassed for you to look at my face. I'm so embarrassed for you to look. I said, please, please, please. I'm the guy that can help you. We see this. We do this every day. So, yes, it is. And this is what we like. These are the results we like to see. I mean, this makes me feel good. I mean, can you imagine?
Oh my goodness.
And he and I had.
That looks like a happy guy.
He is a wonderful, happy guy. The day I took that picture, is that when he was walking out, he stopped to talk to the girls. The girls were up front. They didn't have anything to do. They're just not busy. And he sat there and talked. And he said, I just realized if I had my old teeth, I would have already been gone because I didn't want to talk to anybody. And I also talked to him about, because this is some extensive stuff, so it gets to be expensive. And I made the comment, said somebody buys a brand new car like a Cadillac. They're so proud. They get in that Cadillac and they drive around and they wave and they do things and they're going to the party. And when they get out from their Cadillac and go in the party, guess what? They're still doing like this.
They got the bad teeth.
They're still doing like that, and they got the bad teeth. So there's some priorities of whether you want to take care of yourself and your smile and who you are, or do you want to buy something that is going to be devalued in a couple of years, or when you drive it off the lot.
So when somebody comes in, right, they've been wearing dentures 20, 30 years, you give them mini implants, like 8 little mini implants.
Yes.
A full arch
4
of
to 8.
teeth that just lock in there.
Right.
and so like you could eat like ribs or things out. What about like broccoli, like raw things?
Absolutely.
Okay.
They can eat anything. Yes, because they're stable, and they're stable because of the mini implants. And it's usually just the lower that you have to do that to.
Okay.
So now we have people who think that they're losing their teeth. She thought that she was needing them because they were just a little bit loose, and she'd had gum disease all of her life, and we were able to do what I know how to do,
Okay.
and get her all of her teeth crowned to the right bite. Did you know that her teeth were knocking each other out because the teeth didn't come together correctly? They're hitting like this, and if you've got disease down there, that makes the bone go away faster. So when we got her fixed up with a proper bite, where his bite was balanced, and taught her how to take care of the teeth, and made it where she could take care of the teeth, now they're in there like the post I was talking about that's been cemented in. So either if you're headed towards a denture, you need to come see me.
Okay.
If you have a denture that's floating around and it's not stable, or you're collapsed like that and you can't see your lips, you need to come see me. It's free. There's not a downside
Might as
to
well
this
come
thing.
in for the consultation.
It's not a downside. And you call the office, my highly trained staff that have been with me forever, they will make you feel good. In fact, when you do come to see me, you'll probably spend more time with the staff than me, because you can tell your story to them. You know, we dentists, sometimes we get people confused. We use too big of words, and and we're a little scary. So we worked through that with having somebody on the team talk to them.
Okay,
It's
good.
very gentle. It's very comfortable.
So final message. Somebody
Yes.
out there, they're still skeptical.
Yes.
They hear about these mini implants. It sounds painful. They think they're too old. What do you say to them?
Nobody's too old. They're not painful. I will make sure the patient feels comfortable and that they are taken care of. Nobody moves forward until they totally understand the situation, they totally understand their options, and they totally feel comfortable with us, and we feel comfortable with them. Trust is huge. So if we're not trusting one another, it's not going to work.
Your patients, you say, like coming to the dentist after they go there once.
They'll
Is
still
that
tell
true?
you. They'll still tell you. I don't. But what I say is, well, then you better come and do the hygiene, and you better do everything right so that you don't have to see me. So the reason I like doing this is because when I fix somebody up, they're fixed up.
They're done.
They're done. So they have to replace themselves with somebody else that needs what we've been talking about.
Yeah, but if you have bleeding gums and bad breath and just bad gums, you could still get these mini implants?
Yes.
Really?
Yes. Now, there's steps that we have to take, but sure. If you got bone, you can get mini implants.
Well, thank you for coming on the show. Great information. Pleasure to meet you.
It was excellent. I really had a good time. Thank
Now,
you
they
very
could
much.
go to your website.
drmaclee.com. Got
Learn
a lot
more
of
about
information.
this?
Yes, absolutely. Give us a call.
Okay.
Give us a call.
All right, thanks. You've been watching The Wellness Hour. I'm Randy Alvarez for now. I wish you good health.
Thanks for watching The Wellness Hour, the leader in medical news with your host, Randy Alvarez, the authority on health issues.